Hello and welcome to Money Tips. This is Charles Kelly bringing you money tips to help you save, earn, invest, accumulate and enjoy more money. Today there are reports again that the UK is slowing down and could go into recession. I think it's heading into recession. I know this is not good news and I've talked about this on previous broadcasts, but unfortunately that's the way it does seem to be moving at the moment. And all I can give you is the reports and report the facts. I don't shoot the messenger because I keep talking about recessionary factors. But this is a report now by the IHS Markit CPS purchasing managers, and they suggest that the UK service sector is slowing down, and this follows the slowdown in manufacturing and constructions. Hi to everyone on Facebook Live. I'll just give a wave to everyone coming on and hello to everyone listening on my podcast, which may not be obviously right now, but it could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be in months' time. But here we are in October, early October, and there are lots of reports that have come out in the last few months that suggest that the economy is slowing down, not just here, but in other countries as well. And the report suggests that the economy also shrunk by 0.1% in the first 3 months of September, and in the previous quarter it fell by 0.2%. So, if the economy starts shrinking for more than 3 quarters, that's generally speaking a recession. And yesterday I reported that in the property sector, property price growth had almost ground to a halt. In fact, it's only grown by, I think, 0.2% in the year from up to September of this year. And there was another report out recently by the ONS based on land registry figures, which said that house prices had slowed to the slowest growth rate since 2012. So it's not looking great. I know a lot of these things have got to do with Brexit, but it's not just about Brexit. I don't think it's just about Brexit. And hopefully Brexit will be over if Boris Johnson can push us over the line and get this new deal and get rid of this backstop and get this new deal negotiated with the European Union, or just get out. I think people are just fed up with it and really want to just get it over with. Now Germany also is all but in recession, and also, and this is the biggest economy in Europe. We've heard about countries like Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece being in recession, but this is Germany now, and it's unheard of really. And also, stock markets are going through a rocky patch. They've been dropping in the last few days. I think billions were wiped off the New York Stock Exchange just recently. So, I don't know. It's not looking good. And I don't think it's just about Brexit. Economies go through regular cycles. I've seen this all my life. You get cycles of expansion and contraction, boom and bust. And, it's just the way it seems to happen, like the seasons, winter, spring, summer and autumn. It just seems to happen. For some unknown reason, but it doesn't seem like we've had much of a boom. But since 2008, the things have been moving upwards, property prices, the stock markets, but it doesn't seem like much of a boom because wages are falling behind. People are not really, most people, the average person is not really any better off since 2008 because wages have been squeezed. And I think there would have been a much worse recession had interest rates not being kept down artificially by the central banks, and had the governments and the central banks in America and the UK not printed trillions of dollars. Now, I don't know any country that survived the printing of that much money and not had some economic repercussions because of that. So we'll have to see what happens. I don't think we're out of the storm yet, but all we can do ourselves is, concentrate on our own economy. Just because the country's in recession, it doesn't mean you have to be in recession and you have to join them and you have to stop working. You can take steps to ensure that your economy, or what I call the U-economy, keeps going and works hard. Whatever happens and whatever storms there are, you just have to keep going. We all do. Now, in an earlier episode, I gave you 10 tips to survive and thrive in a recession. You can go back and find that. I'm going to put a link on my blog, which is moneytipsdaily.com. and have a look at that, because don't be fearful. Recessions come and go, they don't last forever, and eventually we'll get out of it. But I think something's going on, and it's not the time where you might want to go out and get a big car loan or a lot of credit or just keep spending money like there's no tomorrow. This is not the time. And if you are going to go out shopping, look for bargains in assets rather than bargains in TK Maxx, as I think I was saying the other day. And the word of the day, we've talked about the economy or maybe your microeconomy, but I want to talk about macroeconomics. That's the word of the day, macroeconomics. And that comes from the Greek word meaning large. Now, I didn't do Greek at school. I didn't do Latin or Greek at school. I've had to learn this stuff. I've got one of my old school buddies there watching, and Dave, and I don't think Dave and I did Greek at school. We might have done Spanish or French, but we didn't do Latin and we didn't do Greek because it wasn't that kind of school. I didn't go to Eton. But it comes from macro comes from the meaning large, and economics takes a big picture of the view of the entire economy, including examining the roles of it, relationships. So it's looking at the bigger picture. But in your world, you just have to concentrate on your economy, because whatever's going on with trade wars with China and Trump and Brexit and all these things, you just have to get on with your microeconomy. So that's the thought for the day and the word for the day, macroeconomics. So thanks for listening, and have a good day. And just keep preparing, just keep thinking that these things are going to happen. So make sure, as I say, in economic terms, don't get caught with your pants down. So thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everyone tuned in on Facebook Live, and I will speak to you soon.